Hey there everybody, Aaron here. Welcome to another episode of Gideon's Tactical. Today I'm really excited to show you this Sven saw from the USA made in Duluth, Minnesota. This is a folding kind of backpacker saw, that type of style. Folds up into a very compact, singular kind of design, and then you fold it out kind of in this A-frame style and go to town. Now we're looking here today at the 15-inch version. They also make a 21-inch version as well. And we're really gonna get out here today, use this thing on multiple different types of wood and multiple different types of tasks, and just kind of see how this larger backpacking, portable saw really works for, a camping trip or a backpacking trip, and how much wood this thing can really process. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get to it. All right, guys, I want to go through this saw, not only in a few of its specs, but also show you real quick how it's set up. So the first thing I want to show you is the overall length when it's collapsed like this and in its portable form. When we measure it from one end to the very end of the other, it's about 17.5 inches overall length. And remember, this is the 15-inch actual blade length, all right? So you're gonna get a little bit over that at 17.5 full size. So you got this little wing nut over here. All you gotta do is unscrew that, and the weight is 10.9 ounces. So pretty lightweight for the size of saw that we're getting here. The instructions are taped right here onto the side of the blade, so you never have to wonder, oh, how do I do this again? It's nice to see USA made right there, and at the price point is fantastic. So then all you really have to do is you have this little box right here, and then you got this hole right here, and kind of simultaneously you have to kind of fit the screw end in without going all the way through, and at the same time fit this other end. And you can see here there's this little tiny bulge in the aluminum, which is, I believe, what this bar is. That kind of keeps it from moving around, and at the same time you're kind of feeding it through here. Then we put the wing nut on again, crank it down nice and tight there. You'll kind of see the blade kind of go in a little bit, and there we go. It is set up, ready to use. So very quick, very simple assembly. The only thing to really think about is the wing nut, and it actually might be smart of you to purchase another one, see what size works perfectly, and then keep a spare in your kit, because there is a possibility of you dropping it while you're doing the swapping or putting it away, and then that would basically make the blade useless. So you got to have that wing nut. So that would be really, I would say, the only flaw in the overall design, and not necessarily a flaw, just something to keep in consideration, that you do have to have that wing nut to operate this saw properly, and it would be real smart just to have a spare in your kit in case you ever were to lose that wing nut in the process of collapsing and putting it together and taking it apart.
Yeah, we're gonna do another channel called Getting Undo It.
Dude, got him dual handing it like this. Oh my gosh, dude, this is ridiculous. Guys, I'm already halfway through this tree.
There you go. Pull it out, there you go.
There it is.
Give a little more to do on that side. There you go. Yeah, dude, that's legit.
Oh my gosh.
Amazing.
Now we're talking. This thing's awesome.
All right, guys, just wanted to run in a quick comparison here and just kind of talk through this idea because I know I'm going to get this question asked of me, what would you take, either 7 saw or the BLADEHQ Laplander? And there are pros and cons to each design. These are both great backpacking saws in their own right, personable carry that you can throw it in a pack, you can go backpacking in, hiking somewhere, and it's on your body, and you have this, or in your pack, you have this accessibility to have a great processing, saw. Both of these offer that. There's just pros and cons to each. I would say for the most part, when it comes to actually wood processing, you're going to be able to process a lot more wood a lot quicker with the 7 saw. It's just the way it is. You got the much larger blade at 15 inches versus the 7-inch blade on the BLADEHQ. You can see the teeth on the BLADEHQ are a lot shorter and kind of stubbier. They do cut through pretty well, but they're no competition to the teeth again on this 7 saw. I mean, it's a huge difference. And then just the way you have to hold the BLADEHQ, it's kind of more of a dragging motion, whereas with the 7 saw, you have more of a pushing motion, and you can easily get 2 hands on this and really get some motion going and some energy behind your 7 saw. So there's definitely no competition, again, when it comes to the processing. You're gonna process larger, bigger logs much faster with this one than you will with the Laplander. But there are some pros to having a Laplander. The main pro for me with the Laplander is portability. You can just see here, it's just gonna be a much smaller saw. It's 9 inches versus, again, the 17.5 inches of the 7 saw. And the 7 saw is gonna be pushing 11 ounces. This one weighs 6.5 ounces. So there's definitely, it's a lot more lightweight. I can easily walk around a campsite with my BLADEHQ, throw it in my pocket, find some limbs that I need to cut off or a small log, and then, just hunker down and do it real quick. That's not really the case with the 7 saw. Once you got it, set up and, it's in its ready to go state in the kind of A-frame setup, you basically kind of have to keep it there. You have to carry it around with you, lay it down, and it's not very portable, and it's going to obviously take up more room in your pack, your backpack, or on your person, depending on what you're doing and how you're carrying the item, as well as price point. The BLADEHQ is going to run you right around $20 to $23, and this size, the 15-inch 7 saw, is going to run you right around $30 to $33. So there's about a $10 difference as well. But again, the 7 saw is going to process a lot more, but I think the BLADEHQ is going to be a lot more portable for you. So it's just kind of what you're looking for, what you need. If it's just, you don't really need a lot of wood processing capability, but you do want a lightweight, compact saw, probably the BLADEHQ. But if you're going to want to do a lot of wood processing and you got bigger, larger pieces of wood that you're going to definitely want to do and go through, and you're going to be building either large shelters or tons of firewood, then you're going to probably want to go with the 7 saw over the BLADEHQ.
Oh my gosh, dude, that is insane.
Wow. Well, guys, you've seen this saw in action, and I got to tell you, this is a backpacker's chainsaw. That is how I view this thing. Not only myself, but multiple people, my buddies I take up with me on a regular basis. Brian, our cameraman, he freaking loves this thing. I love it. This thing is going to dominate any type of wood that you might be having to go up against to process a fire, or process wood for a fire, or if you're, doing a big camp, area and you're going to build shelters and all sorts of different things. This thing is really phenomenal, and for that, compact size, really mind-blowing. USA made and at a great price, right around the $30 mark. Guys, you can't beat it. My likability is 5 out of 5. This isn't going to replace my BLADEHQ, but this is going to go up a lot of the time. Really, the only time I'm going to be taking my BLADEHQ instead of this would be if I don't think I'm going to need a saw and I'm just going to carry it as a backup. But for the average times that we go out for our blade boot camp and processing wood and building campfires, this thing is phenomenal, and I love it. We'll probably get our hands on the 21-inch as well, because I know that'll help us span even larger pieces of wood, and we'll probably do a review in the future on that as well. So Guys, I really hope that this review on this Sven, I believe is how you pronounce it, saw, the 15-inch model, has helped you out with your purchasing decisions, shown you an awesome backpacking folding saw, chainsaw for you backpackers out there to get to work and process the wood that you need. So, as always, thank you so much for checking out the channel. Please subscribe, comment, like, share this video. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on this saw and how it performed, and any questions that you guys might have. I always try and answer your guys' questions. And please check us out on Facebook, Twitter, all the relevant social media. And as always, remember, stay equipped, stay prepared, and we'll see you out there.